future, and kid, you ain't it.
Any help at all. I'm not here for you. I'm here for Paul.
All right, we gonna talk about the whole rivalry that's been going on between everyone not liking CM Punk. We'll talk about Seth Rollins first, why he got beef with CM Punk. We'll later talk about Roman Reigns. Let's talk about all of that here at the Red Carpet Ring.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we're here at the Red Carpet Ring. We'll talk about why CM Punk is everyone's main target. We're going to talk about why everyone has smoke for CM Punk. You guys get the likes up in the Red Carpet Ring while we talk about it, because anytime I look up, it's like everybody wants to rival with CM Punk. So we'll dive more into this. Hated so much in WWE. All right. So we're going to talk about why is CM Punk the most hated. Recently, we know that CM Punk has been going back and forth. He just had a match with with Seth Rollins. We know those two just recently had a match. They had a steel cage match. We know this feud is going on for quite some time. But the thing about it is, Seth Rollins hates CM Punk for no apparent reason. Now I know that he has heat with him, depending on because of the past, because CM Punk didn't help him train when Seth Rollins was young, when Seth wanted to become wanted to be a wrestler when he was very young. I get all of that, Seth Rollins, but you don't have to hold a grudge against CM Punk. And I know he's also mad because of how CM Punk left. He talked about the company. CM Punk has right his wrongs by coming back to WWE back in 2023. He's trying to make amends and make things right. And Seth still holds that grudge against him. But that's what makes the feud so much better. That's what puts on the great things between these two men, because there is animosity there. There is smoke between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. It's always smoke there. But because he has so much hate for CM Punk, that's what makes the whole feud better. It's kind of like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Those two didn't like each other at the time, but they had the great chemistry. And we got to admit, Seth and Punk, these two don't like each other. It's great chemistry. Definitely get great chemistry. And we cannot deny that at all. We can't. We just can't deny that at all. That's what it comes down to. Both these guys are working well together. And they put out great matches. They definitely do that. We can't deny that either. These men have been doing a thing. They've been shutting it down. They had a great steel cage match on Monday Night Raw. These men put in the work. They're both workhorses. Seth, a great workhorse. CM Punk, a great workhorse. Contrary popular belief, whether you like Seth or not, or whether you like CM Punk or not. We know I don't like Seth. I don't like this dude. Fool. Clown. I don't like Seth. But I will say too that I do like the work rate of Seth Rollins, and I like Punk. Some people may not like Punk, but that's how it goes. These men put in work. There's no denying that. These men always put in great work with one another. And CM Punk, Seth Rollins is just, the chemistry's there, but when you see a character has so much hate for another, that's what makes the feud good, and it makes CM Punk look good. That's what Seth Rollins don't realize. When you have that much animosity towards somebody, you're making them look that much better. That's what Seth does not realize. And we see that. We've been seeing that. These guys are definitely smoke there with these men. There's no denying that at all. But it makes the feud like fire. And we've seen that plenty of times. We know CM Punk is one of the most hated men in the industry. He's kind of up there with Hulk Hogan, because Seth Rollins he not gonna go for CM Punk's garbage. He don't like him, and he gonna stand on that. Seth will not ignore the animosity that he has for CM Punk. Now, like I said, when you have that much hatred for someone, in wrestling, it puts out great matches all the time. These two have not missed the match they had on Raw Netflix debut and this two great matches on Raw. You cannot. It's some things you just cannot teach. Chemistry, it factors you cannot teach, and I think that's something that Seth and Punk both have. These men both know how to work very well together. Even though they don't like each other, they do what's right for business. And if you guys remember, CM Punk, he told Seth Rollins, "This is my house, MFer." That's what he said. Now let's move on to Roman Reigns, another person who lately has a very strong disdain for CM Punk. Now we know back then around Survivor Series, Roman Reigns was against the whole idea of having CM Punk be on his Survivor Series War Games team. But Paul Heyman insisted that we need Punk's help, and they had to shut down the new bloodline of Solo, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu, which they did win. But CM Punk says a one-time deal to work with Roman, and he needed a favor from Paul that he still has not used yet. And that's what it's about. The whole thing between Punk and Roman comes down to the wise man. And as you see, he had receipts for CM Punk. And that's what Roman Reigns was saying the whole time. He's going to have receipts for people. And it's things have come awful circle. Because CM Punk, he got attacked in that match as well as Seth Rollins did. And Roman has smoke for Punk. Punk has not came after Roman like Seth did. So we got to keep that in mind too. But it makes things that much better. It just does. It makes things very, very much better between these three men. And that's the thing. This is why this is going to work out fine. Very fine of this feud of these men here. Now, thing about it is, like I said, we knew that Roman Reigns was going to come back. We knew he was not going to just be down after what Seth Rollins did to him. We knew that, but we also knew not only was he coming for Seth Rollins, the another guy he's coming for Roman Reigns. We got to keep that in mind. He was definitely going to come for Roman, and he did. He gave us a little warning. If you guys don't remember, what I on social media, Roman Reigns' X account, he said it here. Greatness is coming to Bologna and London. Your tribal chief has business to attend to. Receipts are coming. That man was not playing around when he said that, because he definitely handed out receipts. He definitely did that. He was not holding back on that. He gave receipts to both Punk and Rollins. And the reason I'm saying that because the animosity both these men have with Punk is going to lead to a triple threat match at WrestleMania 41. Now we know Rollins and Roman got the issues dated back to the Shield days, but both of these men do not like Punk. And Punk really did not try to create any type of smoke with Seth or Roman. They just do not like this dude. And of course, Roman was mad also because CM Punk eliminated the Royal Rumble. Like, it's not every man for himself, Roman, but it proves that right there that, CM Punk's so good that others focus on him and he's not even thinking about him. Like he told Seth Rollins, "You've been thinking about me for 6 months. I haven't been thinking about you at all." And then we can add Drew McIntyre from last year. But Drew McIntyre, that feud is over. But last year, that was the same thing. Drew was focused on Punk so much. That's going to lead to this whole thing of WrestleMania 41 triple threat match. But Punk, he knows how to draw his opponents into him. And that's what makes Punk so unique with his character, everything. All right. So far, we have had two matches, like I said earlier, of CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. The first was January 6th at Raw Netflix debut, which CM Punk did defeat Seth Rollins. And we had a second match, which was a steel cage match on Monday Night Raw, which Seth Rollins did win due to Roman Reigns interfering and snatching Seth Rollins out the cage. So these two got to settle it at some point. But I want to talk about how this is a big thing for these three men to rival with each other. Royal Rumble 2025 told a great story because CM Punk eliminated both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, furthering igniting the feud that they having with him. And then Seth Rollins also curb stomping Roman Reigns and also attacking CM Punk in the process. So that definitely turns up the notch on this whole rivalry of everyone not just liking Punk, but all three of these guys not liking each other. Now, since then, Roman Reigns came back. It is going to be, originally it was supposed to be CM Punk and Roman Reigns to talk about this on Friday Night SmackDown. They supposed to have a whole thing. Will be in Italy. But now Seth Rollins on this recent episode of Monday Night Raw, he has decided that he will join in on the fun, as he stated, while let these guys have the fun on their own. So we're going to see all three of these men have a confrontation. Now, this is going to end in chaos. Expect to see a GTS on somebody, or a Superman punch, or a spear, or a curb stomp for that matter. So that's going to be crazy, because we also know that Roman Reigns and CM Punk, they're going to eventually settle their differences. And we have not yet had a one-on-one match between Roman Reigns, the OTC or YTC, and CM Punk, the best in the world. It's bound to happen. We just don't know when. But expect that to happen at some point. And like I said, all three of these men are going to definitely battle it out. They're more likely going to have, like I said earlier, a triple threat match at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, April 19th and 20th that weekend. But I believe that what's going to happen after this whole WrestleMania triple threat is over, CM Punk and Seth got one victory over each other. They're going to sell that at a different date. But I would say CM Punk is going to have sell something with Roman Reigns at some point as well. Like I said, they never had a one-on-one match yet, but we know it's going to happen. Could it be this year, later this year in 2025? Could it be at a SummerSlam? Could it be at a Hell in a Cell type of match? Could it be at a Bad Blood? Could it be Money in the Bank? We don't know. But I do know they will have a match. Because I'm telling you now, when it comes to Roman Reigns, his beef with CM Punk over Paul Heyman is going to side with CM Punk, favor or not, because Paul Heyman showed that he cares more about CM Punk than he does Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman has turned his attention away from Roman Reigns and turned it more to CM Punk. And we know Paul Heyman, he is a snake. He does not stay partner to somebody for a long period of time. He's going to eventually turn on the person that he's managing, and he'll go elsewhere. We see Paul Heyman do this many, many times in his career, whether it's Brock Lesnar, RVD, even CM Punk he turned on. So that's going to make Roman Reigns come out to CM Punk much more. Now, we know Roman Reigns is smart. He has picked up on the whole Paul Heyman, being kind of funny, but since he has picked up on that, I don't see Roman Reigns turning on Paul Heyman. It could be an even thing. They both try to flip on each other at the same time, because Paul and Roman Reigns are both smart. Neither one of them are clueless. They both aware of the situation. They've been around with each other too long. And they're both the same type of character anyway. They like to use people, manipulate people to get what they want. But I will say CM Punk, he's going to have a rivalry with either man after this whole thing is over. Now, I know Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are going to have a rivalry too. I have not forgotten about that. But you guys let me know what the whole situation is. And that's all for why CM Punk is everyone's main target. Expect to CM Punk, whoever he rivals with, to have an amazing rivalry. Check out the content here on Red Carpet Ring. Until then, you already know what it is. It's OUT.